Yeah, literally recording SCPs. Yeah, it's something. House stuff.
So it records no problem. Like it no lag or anything with how anything's set up.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It's literally just something with having Discord video call and the stream running.
Yeah, Discord is scuffed with video call. And we did it before, so
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't fucking know. So okay. Anyways, you want to start? Or you want me?
Go for it, Daddy.
Resident Sleeper Podcast number 9. I wanted to tell you guys I got asked to leave a bar today, not for my own cause. Okay, we have a friend. I don't know if we should name him just in case. Right? He'll know who he is if he's listening. I guess doesn't matter. It's one of our names, but someone else. But anyways, yeah, dude. So like we were like kicking in the bar or whatever. We walk back inside to order another beer, and like the bartender pulls us off to the side, and they're like, "Yo, this guy that you're with, like, it's just me and my GM working today, and I can't give him any more beer." And we're like, "Which guy?" You know? And of course, it's the one dude that we know. And yeah, she was just like, "Look," she's like, "I'm not gonna kick you guys out." She's like, "But I'm letting you know that they're gonna kick him out, and we just don't want him to go crazy." And so like they kind of told us, and we all like, of course, we all talk like in a circle behind his back where he can't hear us, and it's just like, should we just leave? Should we just leave? Had to leave the fucking bar today because of someone else.
People aren't
not
gonna
even
know,
starting
but
shit.
Just for my curiosity, what bar was it?
Gibby's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were kicking it outside playing cornhole the entire time. It wasn't even like we were inside the bar.
Yeah.
O'Brien just like walking back and forth to the bar.
I've been in that situation too many times. Like getting kicked out because of somebody else at a bar. That should happen.
He's a repeat offender. It's not surprising.
Yeah.
Have you ever been kicked out of one? Like, have you ever been
like
cut off? Yeah, like cut off from alcohol at all?
No, I haven't been cut off. I got kicked out for fighting someone once.
Yeah, personally, I've never got kicked out of a bar. Like
neither have I.
Where they were like,
yeah, I haven't. I haven't either. Like,
yeah. Anthony and I talked about it today. I was just like, dude, I've never even been cut off at a bar, let alone kicked out of one.
Yeah, I don't allow myself to get to that point. Like while I'm out.
I don't know if I could get to that. I'm never like a stumbly, fumbly drunk guy. Like, I don't know.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I was just
the
like,
one
I
time
was at
BlizzCon. I fell on my face, but I still got up after that, and I was like, "Whew, let's go."
Yeah.
But like that's probably the closest I've ever been. Where if I was in a bar or around a bar, they would have been like, But I knew in that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm not walking in there and getting another beer. Like this is not like I was like, we gotta leave. We both looked at each other where we were just like, yeah, it was well past time too. I don't think much else is gonna happen but bad things.
Yeah, I've never
I've never been denied at a bar because of that shit either. Like,
no, that's what I was
I've definitely stumbled my ass in a few places in Huntington Village. Don't get me wrong, but
dude, that's what I was kind of thinking today. I was like, there's been times where I know that I shouldn't have been served more alcohol, and still walked up to the bar, ordered more, and they were like, "Here you go, good sir." Like, here, fucking have fun.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just kind of crazy to think, dude, my farm is staying so bad. Oh, God.
Damn, I just saw that. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, not good.
Start wearing tank tops.
Yeah, for real. The one other thing I was thinking about today, and I was talking to someone about it, is, are you guys, like, as a sports fan, are you guys attached to your team, or are you attached to the city that your team's in? So like, for example, like for me, I'm a Broncos fan, and if Denver somehow got bought out by someone, so Oakland moving to Vegas is probably the best example because that's what the question's about. But would you still be like your team's fan? Like, would I be a Broncos fan if they moved to Texas?
Ooh.
So I think there's two factors that vary into this. One would be, is the team that is there a team that replaces it? I suppose.
For this example, no. We'll say no.
Okay,
Like,
well,
the team's
because I was gonna say if
no
the team
one-
replaces it and they have a cooler logo and they're better, I might just be like, hey, like never a better time to bandwagon, right? Because it's not like
True.
if it's just like, hey, Denver like lost the Broncos, but we just got the fucking the bald eagle, whatever. I don't know, but I can't even think of a cool name. We just got the elephants or something. It'd be like, well, is their logo sick? And like,
The bald
Yeah.
eagles.
I don't know, the Elks or something. What the hell would Colorado's team? I really don't know. But anyways, they had a cooler logo and they were better. But if they weren't, I don't know. I think you stay a fan, I guess.
See,
I don't know, man.
I don't think
I'm the
so.
wrong person to ask because I like Chicago team. I only lived there for fucking a year when I was a baby, and just out of principle, I just picked them when I was younger. Like I'm sticking to Illinois
Yeah.
teams. Like fuck Colorado, and I don't even
On
watch the
paper.
teams play that much. So
Yeah,
it's
I'll
like
tell you,
I'm a
like,
Bears fan for sure, but other than that, it's like, whatever.
yeah, I mean, New York has some really, really hardcore sports fans, obviously. So like, it's probably a lot different here, but
Well, all those franchises are like, you're either in the original set number when those like leagues were founded, or
yeah.
damn near
So
close.
like, we don't have to even really worry about that here. Like, no team from around here is gonna get sold and like replaced
Question,
or
though,
whatever.
what New York team is even any good right now?
Yeah, because
Right
Boston
now,
was whipping yo
the Yankees are
ass.
still good. The Yankees,
Right.
Ish.
the Yankees are really good. The Islanders are really good too right now. The Islanders
true,
are
yeah.
in first or second place, I think.
But it's like Jets suck, Giants suck.
The Jets are looking pretty good for this season, though. You see who they got? Like,
I saw the Giants
got-
lost Odell.
they got
That's
Le'Veon
a
Bell and they got fucking
The Jets
Um,
did get him?
yeah, they got him.
Dude, I did not see that.
They got Le'Veon Bell and they got that sick linebacker from what's his name, Bates or CJ Bates. Like he's a fucking amazing linebacker.
No,
They
dude,
got
I
him
didn't see
too. Like
that.
they're looking good.
That's
They're
kind
looking
of
good.
nasty, actually. Like
Yeah.
Le'Veon going to New York. They
Yeah.
just had so much money to throw around. That team didn't give a
They did.
fuck. They were like, name your price.
That's why the Bears
motherfucker.
were last year, dude. And we got fucking. Our team is sick, man. That Khalil Mack pickup was ridiculously fortunate for us.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
Kareem went to Cleveland? So they have like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in Cleveland now.
They have
And
Odell
Baker
Beckham
Mayfield at
Jr.,
quarterback?
dude.
He went to Cleveland too.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
they
Yeah.
Odell went to Cleveland.
Yeah, the
dude.
Browns, yeah.
He's
Bro,
on the Browns
they're
now.
gonna
He
be
left the
fucking-
Giants.
Yeah, they're they're nasty. They
They're
got
gonna be
Odell,
fucking
dude.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made me second guess the way you asked. I was like, wait, yeah.
I did.
We-
I
well, I was
fucking
thinking
gave
Browns
them-
and not. I don't know. I like the city through.
The Giants gave him away for a fucking box of cookies. Like it's fucking.
They really
ridiculous.
did, dude. It was pretty bad, bro.
Like
I think they gave him a draft. They gave him a draft
I don't
pick and like two guys.
understand.
Or was 2 draft picks and another guy, or was it draft pick and 2 guys or something?
I don't even remember. It was just
wasn't
so
a box
awful
of
that I
cookies,
just
yeah.
need to forget about it.
Well,
Honestly.
that being said, though, I think Odell was probably in the situation where when those trades kind of happen, the guy is more or less like been in the locker room for 2 years, like get me the fuck out of here, I don't
Yeah.
think he was like he's
I
so
guess.
good. He's like his prime is starting to dwindle away, and it's like he's either got to do it now or never, kind of.
Well, now he's
they
got a
got
young ass
Eli
quarterback
Best.
throwing to him.
Yeah,
He's
true.
a
Right.
fucking monster. His highlight reel of like those first 3 years of in the league are just retarded. Like there's nobody better at making like those E ESPN top 10 catches.
Insane catches, yeah.
And he does it
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, he's
Yeah,
gone.
it's-
So
Bye. No, it's that's kind of nuts. I like I said, I didn't hear about that shit.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like getting back to the original topic, like I'm a diehard like Knicks fan.
If they went
know,
to
obviously
Indiana, would
they're,
you still
like-
be a Knicks fan? Though? That's kind of
No.
the question. See,
Yeah,
so
same
they're-
team, different city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I
do
see.
it.
I think I'd be the same way.
You gotta have that fucking mentality because if you're,
If they were
even
the
worse if you're such
Indiana
a,
Knicks, like I don't know, maybe.
I think
But
the
if they were
likelihood is
Indiana
less.
something else,
The likelihood is
Yeah.
less if the bigger a fan you are, because especially if
I
you're like,
guess, yeah.
because you're almost gonna more have that mentality of like, this is bullshit. Fuck them. Like they left. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you're gonna be pissed at all the new fans because you're gonna be like, fuck all those fools. Like they're just fucking. Like I'm sure all the people that were Rams fans from St. Louis are like, fuck the Rams. They just had a great year, and everyone in LA is like, let's go, baby. You know, it's like,
that's
fuck
crazy,
you guys.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I didn't
so
even
that's
think
crazy,
about
right?
that. Yeah,
Yeah. It
Yeah,
happened in
the
the
St.
NBA
Louis-
too with the Seattle Supersonics when they changed to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Like the
Ah,
Supersonics were like a
that came,
playoff
like-
team every single year. Like they were really good.
the Sonics kind of left, and then there was like a gap between like the Thunder getting added, right? Because Charlotte had the
Maybe
same
you're
thing.
right. Maybe it was like a year or two. No, Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte came back. They were the Bobcats first,
Yeah,
and then they changed eventually back to the Hornets.
There
What
was
if
a
you have like a
weird
Golden
time
State
in the-
situation where like if you're a Lakers fan your whole life, but you're in like San Fran, and then this awesome team shows up, like just out of nowhere, and then it's like you have every right. It's like fuck yeah, I'm a fucking Golden State fan. Like fuck the Lakers.
Yeah, they have so many teams, bro. They have
that's
the
true.
Clippers, the Lakers, the Sacramento Kings, the Golden State Warriors.
Kings.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Do they have another one? I don't know.
Uh,
No, I think that's it. But four fucking teams
Yeah.
in the NBA. Like that's crazy.
well, shit. New York has the Nets and
We just have
The
the Knicks and
Knicks.
the Nets. Like Brooklyn's
Right.
like Brooklyn Nets they're like a weird thing because they're new and like everybody's like so loyal around here that I don't know. People go to the Brooklyn Nets games, but no one's like a die-hard like Brooklyn Nets fucking.
do they have their own stadium?
Yeah,
arena or
Yeah, they
whatever?
play the
It's not
Barclays
stadium,
Arena. Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't even.
it's like really nice. Yeah,
Jason Kidd was like their coach, or was he the owner? Not the owner, but he was head coach.
he was
for a
their
little bit, right?
coach. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was on the Knicks before he retired too. Like when they were doing really good.
Yeah. Dude, while we're on sports, I want to ask you about this. This was a topic I had down. This was like 2 weeks ago
Sure.
out now, but do you hear about all this crazy Tony Ferguson stuff?
I heard stuff about him like possibly like assaulting his wife or something. Like
Yeah, so his wife got a restraining order, and basically there's like a breakdown that came out. She released like a timeline of events that happened with him. So he's like been kind of diagnosed as like schizophrenic and bipolar, I think. And he's just had like
Really?
all these freak out moments. So I'll just read through some of these as fast as I can because it's a little long and redundant. But there's like she literally released like a timeline account of like these incidents that were occurring. So I have like February 5th, Tony's wife Christina wrote that the UFC fighter did not sleep that night and believed that there would be a great flood, which would result in a lunar eclipse that night. He apparently purchased a life raft and took his wife Christina and their son on a long drive inland, all the way to Palm Desert, California, which is about 111 miles from their home in Santa Ana. Tony's wife wrote that he woke herself and their son in the middle of the night, and they demanded that they needed to leave because they weren't safe. After this incident, Tony promised there was no flood, that he would seek medical help for his mental issues, but he later refused. So that was February 5th. So February 12th, Tony had what Christina described as a psychotic break or panic attack. He screamed in her face, swearing at her, and believed she was someone else. She quoted, I woke up that night to Tony standing over me, accusing me of being a witch. February 16th, UFC fighter's wife, Christina, wrote that Tony unplugged their refrigerator and turned off half the power in their home. This was because he believed there were secret cameras in the refrigerator and ceiling fan, that he was being watched. He also cut the wires to the heat air conditioning units because he believed there was a tracking device in it.
sounds like he's doing meth.
Dude, he tore a vanity mirror off the bathroom wall because he believed that there was something behind it, and took his son's food away because he believed that it was poison. So February
What the
19th, this is 7 days later, he allegedly agreed to be taken for psychological help at Keck Medical Center at USC. His wife Christina and her father went to pick him up. When they arrived, they saw his home furniture and walls had been destroyed. The mantelpiece was ripped off the wall. Where's the one? There's one where he... Okay, yeah. So March 5th, she picked up her husband to take him to the medical center again. While they were driving there, they hit traffic on the 405 freeway in Los Angeles while the car was moving. Christina
Oh,
describes
God.
how Tony jumped out onto the freeway. He ran away, jumped over a fence, and then disappeared. And he didn't make it back to the family residence later. Like, he was just like, see ya. He just fucking dips. So funny. So that's like the main. That's all happens like within a month.
What
like
would
literally,
you do, bro? What would you do
Dude,
if your
I don't
girlfriend
know.
just fucking jumped out of the car?
right? You're just like, babe, we're gonna get you help. Like, we're gonna get you, and he's just like, I could only imagine a scenario out of nowhere. Like, he just doesn't say shit, opens the door, and just books it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, Tony Ferguson's kind of like a really weird guy. He's definitely like
For sure, he's kind of
super unorthodox, but definitely didn't know that much about him. Like, that's fucking crazy. shit.
Crazy.
Sounds like he's doing meth. Like,
Yeah. So
Sounds
then
like
there
people-
was So the injury that forced him out of the UFC title fight with Khabib. There's many frightening incidents which I have yet listed in the declaration. However, I guess she has like video proof of him, like his irrational, paranoid, threatening behavior, blah blah blah. So I guess what this boils down to, she ended up getting a restraining order. She's basically afraid that he's gonna kill her or her son, and so like what the whole thing, the reason why I like brought this up. Do you let him fight again? And is this results of like CTE? Like this is like full. I mean, it's definitely not making it better. And as Dana White, like responsibly, can you let the guy fight? I mean, but he's not. I mean, he's in a crime still.
Yeah.
He should have a title fight.
but you just got to be so sure about something like that before you can start accusing what it is and what it could be like. I don't know. They obviously need to do a lot of testing on him
Right.
before they can.
Maybe he gets on
link any-
medication, but you
Yeah,
don't.
maybe
you
he
almost
gets
have to wait,
better.
right? Like you got to hit the pause button on his career for the moment.
Maybe,
At least with this
You can't
CTE
just-
stuff.
Go ahead.
The bad thing is like going back to like taking off in the middle of fucking traffic. Like it's one thing if it's like, you or me running in the middle of traffic, but that's a dude that could whip no matter the person that he comes across. And if he's like tripping out and some dude's like, hey buddy, and he just fucking flying
whoever
naked
that
from
is would have
Superman
a
punches
really
him.
bad day. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like what do
Running
you
into
do
fucking
then?
Tony Ferguson trying to
Yeah,
fight you
bro,
on the
like, just
highway,
fucking
dude.
dropping
I'd be
somebody in a
scared.
supermarket because he's having a fucking
I would be scared
episode?
as fuck.
that's
Yeah, so it's weird. Like, so I don't know. What do you guys think? If you were Dana
That's-
White right now, do you let him fight?
No,
when was
see, I would say no.
this like the start of 2018?
I don't think he will
All
either.
these, or was that like this
Yeah.
year?
No, it was this year,
that was last year,
Oh, okay.
2018, and then
So all
this
this stuff
year,
has
she
he
got the
had a
restraining
fight?
order in June.
I think Dana White's gonna want him to go do all that shit before he comes back. Yeah.
I don't know.
What
Jay,
is-
was
Take
his last fight?
chances.
His last fight was Anthony Pettis, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Has that been like after all of this stuff came to light, or is this like coming to light lately?
This was all before.
Before.
Yeah.
It would be before. Yeah.
So he's
I
fought
don't know.
since all this stuff. Is what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I
he
mean-
fought after all the incidents. Yeah, but she didn't get the restraining order until this year in January. So it's kind of
So
during and
apparent-
after.
So in theory, like that means it's getting worse.
it's not
Like,
getting
she's
well.
actually
Almost specifically with him too, you got to be worried because he's a walk forward kind of guy. Like he's not really
Mhm.
scared of getting punched in the face.
yeah,
Like he's a
that's-
little more.
That's not what I think people would be mostly concerned about. It's his training. Like apparently his training regimen is like is unhuman. Like he does some crazy ass shit in his training. Like, he like busted his old shin like what was it, like 2 years ago?
Oh yeah.
When he was supposed to fight Khabib or whatever,
Yeah.
because he was kicking fucking metal poles like with his
Yeah.
shin.
Did you hear about that
I mean-
too? He refused to get any sort of rehab, and he rehabbed it himself.
Yeah,
He
does
doesn't
shit
believe in
that.
like any like traditional medicine type of stuff. Maybe I believe. It was
He's-
something along
he's
those
a
lines, but he
nut job.
refused to like get the help for rehab. Like he just literally was like, "I'm gonna rehab my." He wasn't supposed to be able to like. It was supposed to be way worse than it was.
Yep.
Like the doctors were like, "You're never gonna fight again."
And then he
he was
fought
like,
Anthony Pettis.
he was like, fuck that, like I'm gonna rehab my leg myself, and he did
He
it.
came back like in half the time that
Yeah.
they were giving him and fought Anthony Pettis and kicked his ass. It's pretty
What the
crazy.
fuck?
Yeah,
He is definitely very strange. He's a weird guy. On top of it.
It'd be it's not a different story if he was lesser ranked, but it's almost more like prominent, I guess, because he is like a number 2 guy right now, right? Number 2 or 3.
God,
He should have been like number 1 right by now. Like he's been injured so many times. He's been at the top for years and years and years. He hasn't lost in like what 13 fights or something.
Right.
He's won 13 or whatever fights in a row. Like it's a lot. It's a record. I'm pretty sure.
So does UFC do the responsible thing and I would say the responsible thing would be not let him fight, but that being said, he's a draw and the UFC needs guys right now more than ever. So
I don't think Dana White's gonna take the chance anyway.
I would hope not.
I think he's probably gonna let him fight. I would imagine that he fights. So
I can't imagine him being done. How old is he? Like I don't even know, to be honest.
32?
Maybe.
Well, even Eddie Bravo,
like
you listen to anytime Eddie Bravo talks about Tony Ferguson, he's just like, the dude's a fucking maniac.
He is a maniac, yeah, dude.
But yeah, so I guess
it's
we'll
mainly
see how
his
that
training shit.
kind of develops. But I just thought that was interesting. The accounts that the wife laid out were pretty.
Yeah, it sounds kind of fucking a little over. Not I wouldn't say over dramatic, but like it's not good.
No,
like I don't. That's not good.
Some
Can't
crazy
be a good thing.
shit. Maybe he's taking medication. You never know. I don't know.
It's not normal.
It almost sounds like he's not.
He's gotta
taking
get tested.
medication. If he's taking medication and still having episodes like that, then something's direly wrong.
That's literally
he's not
what
on
meth
medication.
heads do.
That's what like bipolar schizophrenic people do too.
Okay.
It sounds like picture. What's the word? It's like textbook schizophrenia.
Yeah, then he's probably
ripping,
not
he's ripping,
taking his
They said he
meds.
ripped off the ceiling fan and the refrigerator out the wall, cut the heat,
Jesus
thinks
Christ,
people are
dude.
watching him. Just got those like super paranoid. But yeah, it sucks to see because the dude's fucking nuts. If they would have ever gave him, he's the kind of guy too that if Conor wasn't out and Conor was still around, like
I think
that's
he
not a
would
good
fuck up
matchup.
Conor
Yeah,
McGregor.
like that's his match. Like Tony Ferguson is a nightmare matchup for Conor McGregor.
He's
That
a
being
nightmare
said-
matchup almost for everybody. Like he could be Khabib too. He really
Yeah.
could.
On striking, and he's not bad on it, but dude could be wrestling.
I don't want
That's tough to
to.
say.
I don't want to overdo the fighting, but I don't know. Brian and I kind of talked about it, but I saw like Conor McGregor posted some shit about him like leaving the UFC and like retiring, and then like 2 days later it all came back up. Did you hear or see anything about any of that? Or is this some April
Yeah.
Fool's fucking joke that I was like?
No, he
falling into-
apparently retired, but pretty much everybody thinks he'll be back.
Well-
He's done it before
Well, he
too.
ended up tweeting saying he's going to fight for
Yeah.
sure now.
Yeah, like it popped back up a few days later. It was just
I didn't
like,
even know that.
be
Whatever,
ready,
man.
motherfucker. Like, he even said something about putting religions aside and shit. Like, he wants the Khabib fight, apparently.
He also wants to fight like Mark Wahlberg or some shit. Like you never know what the hell. No, really, look it up. I'm serious. Look it up. I mean, he just comes up with everything. Look it up.
Bro,
I'm
Marky Mark might
dead
whip his
serious.
ass,
It's
bro.
fucking hilarious. He wants to fight Mark Wahlberg.
I don't know about that shit. Mark Wahlberg could probably fight, though. Like,
He
there's
can't
no
fight
doubt.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg has all that nutty like up at 3 a.m. working out stuff on his Instagram.
Good for
apparently.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Conor
He's made fun of that. I
McGregor
think Chris
will
D'Elia
one
made fun of
punch
it,
him.
so-
I think he's
so funny.
He's quite a bit older and shit, too, though.
I have another interesting topic. There's this chick in Virginia. She's so this 19-year-old woman in Virginia. Apparently, they get pulled over by the cops, and they were charged with possession of oxycodone, possession of Suboxone,
Suboxone.
and they had paraphernalia and a firearm. This is what they got. So they had a bunch of shit in the car. So the cops detain the woman, and they secure her arms behind her back in handcuffs, and I think her boyfriend took off while like trying to resist arrest. So the cops chase him. Well, the chick manages to get a hold of a gun and shoots herself through the mouth.
What
Is
the
police are saying.
fuck?
Yeah, she has her handcuffed behind her back.
There's so many holes.
Yeah,
How'd she get the gun?
yeah.
First and foremost.
Yeah,
How the fuck
really.
she get the gun? Is it a gun that they had? I mean, assume they had drugs.
So
in the car.
when the cops took off, it says that she allegedly. So the officers left to they left the woman to deal with the guy that took off, and it says she allegedly took the gun out of the car, contorted her body, and shot herself. Yeah,
I mean,
I couldn't even try to like
what the fuck?
shoot. If
Kinda
it was like one thing where she
flabbergasted.
like clipped the
Like,
back,
I don't
if
know.
it said clip the back of her head or something, you'd be like, oh, that's crazy. But like, because imagine if you could lean your head back or something. But like, it says she shot herself through the
Right?
mouth.
What the fuck? So she had like, but I mean, that being said, like I've seen people like be able to like
Put
sit
your
on
butt,
their hands
yeah.
and then like push through. But I mean, I can't do that. I promise you this right now. Toby's not getting out of handcuffs.
No,
But
if it's a little
like,
girl though, 19, I don't know.
come on, bro. 19.
could.
You got
A lot of
arrested for
people-
some
a
drugs.
lot of people
and you just
known for that
fucking
shit.
Kill yourself.
Could slide through those cuffs.
That's fucking harsh.
So it says at the time of the incident, one of the officers had been wearing a body cam, but it was knocked off during the struggle. Knocked offline during the struggle is what they're claiming.
God.
So they had 11 oxycodone, a syringe, drug paraphernalia, a rifle, several boxes of ammunition in his car. He'd also swallowed a golf-sized bag of an unknown substance. So dude was sketchy for sure, but as far as being in her scenario, I would have just been like, "That's that motherfucker." Like,
yeah,
you just blame the
Yeah.
guy. She was just like, you know what? I'm ending it. Like, this ain't worth
Yeah,
it. Or it's just
this
like,
is
geez,
not
for
happening.
sure. But yeah, I just thought
It
that
was-
was super
yeah.
interesting. It sounds so not good. I mean, I could imagine the cops just shot her, because that would be the other side of the scenario, right? When you're like, she didn't shoot herself, but it's like, why would they shoot her when she was
Yeah, she's in
Through the
handcuffs, Yeah,
It's just
Through the
weird.
mouth,
Super
right?
weird
I
story.
don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, if I'm facing prison time, like hard prison time, if I know that the dude like is doing some crazy shit, I look. I doubt I ever could possibly go through with it, but I would definitely cross my mind.
Okay,
I'm
but
curious on where.
so the
gun
only
came
other
from.
scenario that I could think of
Yeah, how
is
could
that
she
the
get a
cops
gun?
that they never handcuffed her, and
That was, like, after the fact?
while she ran away, like while they ran away to chase her boyfriend, maybe she was just walked over to the car and shot herself, and the cops were like, "This is not good," or something. Maybe they had to say that we went through the
'Cause that story
protocol.
was a lot more believable
I-
than a handcuffed girl shooting herself in the face.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucked up. But who would be that dirty too? To like, I don't know.
Ah,
It's
that
weird.
seems- Don't
I'm
even
definitely
talk
all
about-
for police. Like, I'm all about most of the stories you hear. I'm just like, we won't get into that too much, but it's just like,
Yeah,
I'm more or less on the side of the cops most of the time,
and
Yeah.
I don't want to bash
I
on
just think they're
police,
doing
but the
their
shit
job,
with the
but
Jesse Smollett in Chicago, there's some fucked up shit going on with that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, so the police are out
being
there, bro.
acquitted of all charges. is not
Yeah,
good.
and he refuses to pay. Like, he just came out and was like, "Fuck Chicago Police Department." Like, all the time that you spent investigating, he was like, "I'm not paying nothing back."
That's surprising. Well, he's clearly guilty, so that guy's a fucking moron.
Yeah. I like I said, just
He
all
is
the
a
shit that
fucking
happened
moron.
around that. I got blew up and it was just gone. And I don't know. I don't know. That with the fucking tragic death of women, while we're on this thing, I just want to put out PSA. Did you see the girl from South Carolina that like mistook her Uber after the bar one night? Did you guys read the story at all?
No.
The girl, like, she like goes to the University of South Carolina, comes out, she's like 21. A girl named Samantha. But like comes out 1:30 in the morning outside the bar, like leaving her friends, calls her Uber or whatever. Car pulls up, she gets inside, never makes it home. And like some people found her like dropped off to the side of the road and like this little wooded area off the side of the road and like just got into the wrong car. Like whether she didn't pay attention or whatnot.
What'd he
like the
do
car
to her?
pulled up. I mean
Was she like shot, raped,
murdered.
killed,
No,
stabbed?
it looks there was definitely like
Probably.
rape, but
There's some
didn't see
sketchy places in South Carolina. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
well,
man.
this is in Columbia, so it's like that's capital, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But
So
still,
I mean,
bro.
and it's at the college, so
It's just weird that a guy would go along with that. There was like another scenario on Twitch, and I want to say it was like Corinne, like Ice Poseidon's like old ass girlfriend. I could be totally wrong on it, but she was streaming, right? She was live streaming, so she has a camera on herself. She's like reading chat, blah blah blah. She's like on a corner. She gets in the car, sits in the front seat with this guy. The guy drives away, like she's just driving or whatever, and she's like kind of paying attention to stream. I don't remember exactly, so I'm fucking this up. I'm sorry if you have seen this, but she's like driving, looking at the stream, blah blah. And she kind of looks up. She's like, I think she says something like, "Where are you going?" or whatever, And he's just like, "Oh," he just says like some weird stuff. It's like, "Oh yeah, we're just going over here or whatever." And she's like, "Dude, like, wait, are you my Uber driver?" And he's like, "No." And she's like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "Pull over right now!" Like, what the fuck? And then he pulls over and she just gets out the car. But that guy didn't say shit.
Fuck?
Like, she just got in. And he's like, "Cool, let's go."
Dude, yeah. So like, even looking
It's
at
so
the pictures,
weird.
the
Like,
girl,
as a normal guy, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
So fucking
Yeah, dude.
strange.
So she was definitely stabbed, and stabbed like a lot. So head, neck, face, upper body, leg, and foot. That's pretty rough.
Dude.
Like to think that wouldn't be like premeditative, like that's not just like an on the spot thing, at least I wouldn't think so.
There's some fucked up people out there, bro.
Bro, I match my Uber car every fucking time, and I just I ask the name, like I make sure they know my fucking name. And it's just like, but that being said, I'm 6'2", 230 pounds. Like I'm a big fucking dude, But I get a girlfriend that's 4'10" and fucking 100 pounds soaking wet, and I want her to be able to fucking Uber to me when I'm drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
And I can't get there, Like I need that, and to think that I couldn't send Daisy for an Uber trip without me thinking that bitch is about to get fucking hella
gotta be
sad,
careful, man.
Maybe worse,
Anytime you're dealing with strangers on an intimate level, that you have to be fucking careful at all costs. Like, you got to think about it. You're driving with a stranger, no matter what way you think about it.
It's fucking crazy. At the end of the day, that is literally the complete opposite of what our parents told us to do when we were growing up. Like, hey, don't go talk to strangers. Do not get into a stranger's car. And I literally use a cell phone to call strangers to come pick my ass up, normally drunk as fuck, and I assume you're going to take me home. Like, please to God, hopefully just take me home.
Yeah.
Uber's a weird thing. It's a really weird thing.
I don't like it. I've never used an Uber before, and I probably never will.
Oh, dude,
Never used an Uber before?
Nope.
That's like, I can slap you in your face.
Never used an Uber. Fuck that.
What best thing in the
Do you
world,
take
bro.
a taxi or what?
No.
You just drive drunk?
No. My friends will drive. Someone will
Drunk?
drive. No. I mean,
These are the
yeah,
options.
sometimes.
There's no way that you have a fucking D&D or a D&D
Every time you go
in
out.
your fucking group. Like,
No, I'm
there's
sure you
no
could, but not fucking
Most
every
of the
time.
time,
There's no
yeah.
fucking way.
You
Dude,
have
Uber's the
lame
best
ass
thing that
friends.
ever fucking happened.
Our friend Michael Riley was an alcoholic.
Damn, don't call
Actually,
him out, bro. I gotta
it's
beep
so
some
no. He
fucking
loves this shit. He loves that. What's up, Michael?
He loves this shit.
No, he would like that I'm saying it. Like, he's sober now from all that shit. He was a bad alcoholic. And he drives all of us now when we go out. It's great. No need
Well, that's a
for
good
Uber.
friend for shitty
Yeah.
reasons, but still a good friend. Like,
Yeah.
way to just tempt him. He's like, "Hey, bro, I know you don't drink anymore, but can you just
He
just
literally-
cruise us around?
Yeah.
Like, is that cool? Like,
We went to
I-
Croxley's with him like last weekend, and literally getting fucking glasses of water while we're drinking beers. Literally glasses
Drunk
of
people
water.
annoy the shit out of
no,
me.
bro,
After
I'd be
six.
like, no, we're not
Yeah.
going to Olive Garden tonight, guys. We're going to the bar. Like, please.
I
just
wouldn't
don't
even
come."
say it's bad that it would be like if I was in that scenario, I would totally drive you guys there, have a couple waters. As soon as shit got crazy, I'd be like, all right, bros, like get a fucking
Yes,
Uber. I'm
yeah.
out. Y'all are good. Y'all are adults.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
fucking
no.
Anthony's thing? Was that with you? Did he look at you and he's just like, "We're all adults here, right?" I think that was, I don't know. There was one of our friends when we were downtown. There's like a funny quote we have now. It was Anthony, like fucking. I think I think it was Travis. He like our buddy just like looked at him downtown, and he's just like, "We're all adults here, right?" And he's like left with the girl. It's like, all right, bro, fuck you then, you know. But it's just how it is. Man. It's like we all know how to get an Uber.
Yeah. I just did, man. I don't.
Yeah. I've also not used an Uber because there's so many taxis as well. Kind of forgot about that.
Dude, taxis
the
have all but
price.
died here, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
too expensive.
You're never
You're
gonna get rid of the
100%
New
getting
York
an
City
African guy.
taxi.
No, of course not. But if an Uber 2 miles away could cost you like $8, where a taxi would be, it could almost be double. I mean, it's pretty much double. In most
That's what I
scenarios.
would
I
think.
don't think so.
I would imagine.
Dude, no, I've taken a taxi
Uber's
home from
expensive
where I
as
live
fuck
now.
around here.
No, there's no
okay.
fucking way.
There's got to be more. It all depends on how many people are Ubering, how many people are looking for rides. Because there is like surge pricing, where if there's more people looking for rides and cars available, then it goes up. But I could only imagine there's more people I want to Uber there.
There
It's
is, but
gotta
like
be, yeah.
we
tripping,
got a
bro.
quote. I remember my boy's girlfriend got a quote for between two towns, Bayview and Bayshore or something like that, and she got quoted like $35 for fucking. It's like it was like 15 miles, like not even. It was. I mean, that's
How much
bullshit.
was it? Though?
We didn't end up doing it. I just went to get her because that's fucking ridiculous.
There's like downtown. I've taken from literally where I live now. I've taken Ubers that cost like $16 to $25 on a Friday night in Denver. That's expensive. I've taken a taxi home from like those same bars though on like those nights before I started using Uber a lot. That was $50. They're expensive as shit.
Yeah. I mean, you could also go to the city here. You could just take the fucking train. Like I
Right,
could
that's
walk
true.
to the
You guys
train
got
station.
subways, trains, all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's
you don't need to do a car at all. Like especially when you get into the city.
right.
You could also bring your beer onto the train and fucking drink it like on the way and back, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's like an hour and 10-minute train ride to the city, depending on what train you get, like the express or not. The express
can
is like
drink on
3
the train?
minutes. Yeah. You just need a
What?
bag, like a brown bag, and you can
But you
just
can
to
have
cover
Oh,
it.
so you can't drink.
Oh
on the
yeah.
train. You can hide.
No, you can drink on the train. Everybody does that shit, dude.
But
Just
like
because everyone does it doesn't mean
logistically
it's allowed.
speaking, like if a cop
Like,
sees
legally?
it, he doesn't care. Or
Cops don't go on the train like that.
okay, you're not. Answer the
God
fucking
damn it.
question, Jay.
The fucking is it
What?
illegal to drink on the
I
fucking
already
train?
did. No,
le-
you drink
okay.
beer on the fucking train.
Is
You
it
have a
legal,
brown
though?
paper bag covering it.
Yeah.
They
What
don't
if I
care.
don't
The
have a brown
conductor will
paper
come up
bag?
to you and not give a shit. Like,
Okay, so yeah.
But what if I'm
You're
drinking
allowed.
a 24-ounce Bud Light without a brown paper bag?
be like, put it in a paper bag
You're
and
going
then
to jail,
What if I
see it.
don't put it
motherfucker.
in
That's
a
what's gonna
paper
happen.
Yeah. He would say, put it in a bag, cover it or something, and then walk
I
away.
doubt it. He'd be like, you can't.
Or
have
he
it
would be
on
like,
here.
I don't fucking care, and punch your sticker. Like,
You make no sense, you dick. Just answer the
Either
fucking
one.
It was against the law.
alright,
It's just
okay, bro.
frowned upon.
It's not
There
frowned
you
upon,
go.
but okay.
It's like I fucking was talking to someone last night. What's this word again? Decriminalize. There you go. It's just decriminalize. They just don't really give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Don't
It's
be
not
stupid.
even that. You're not going to
We're
get
not
a
gonna-
ticket for it either.
Yeah, but if you're being a cocksucker and you were already doing something else and you fucking graffitied the train and a cop caught you and you got a beer, you'd probably be like, you know what? I'm gonna get you for that and that, you little fucker. Because it's probably
Yeah,
against the
for
law,
real.
you know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I got one too. That I don't know. You guys heard about this swatting back? It was like 2017. The kid, he swatted someone and sent the cops to the wrong home, and the guy died. It was the first incident where someone died from getting swatted.
Oh, this was the Call of Duty kid, I think.
Jay, did you hear about this?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah. So he got sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Fuck. Good. Give him more.
Is
That
that?
dude was innocent, right? That dude
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
killed,
I think
right?
he ended up. See, I don't have
Like,
this in the
wrong
article.
house or something.
I can just read it real quick.
What do you get
Yeah.
charged with? Like,
It was like a bunch of shit, like conspiracy, I think.
Yeah.
There was like a couple like random charges where it was like domestic. I don't think he got domestic terrorism, but it was something all along the lines
Hold
of.
on.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have a lot of balls to do that. Like,
Oh, it's really bad. So he
It's just a
got so
fucking
charges.
dick move.
His charges were conspiracy to obstruct justice and wire fraud.
Jesus.
what?
There's no way. Fuck. So 20 years, right? I think that's too little. Almost like he wasn't directly involved, but you were, and it's
what
your
do you
fault.
get for like, second, third degree murder? Like, is there a base like year for that?
I wish I
Like,
knew.
yeah. Well, and I don't know. I
don't know.
I'm putting the question out there, but like, is there like a model that they go off of for giving years out for murder? Because in theory, that would be like meditated murder. So that's what, first degree, I think. It's like, and then, or like premeditated. I would consider that premeditated murder, thinking that he knew like the outcome of sending a SWAT team to someone's house.
Yeah.
Not saying that he wanted
involuntary
him to die,
manslaughter.
but it's
something like that?
voluntary because he like involuntary. Would be like, I fucking
you hit someone with a
T-boned you
car.
running a yellow
Yeah,
light,
yeah.
like,
I
or
don't
you
know.
walked out in front of me at night.
It's tough. But so he initially pleaded guilty to 51 charges related to fake calls and threats.
So he had like done it, like tried to do it before.
He had done it.
or-
Yeah, he was like a habitual.
Jesus.
He this was the same guy. I think I told you about this, but it's not in the article, so I can't say for sure. But there was a Call of Duty MLG event that got evacuated. This guy called.
Oh, I remember there was like
They
a bomb
called
threat. Or
in,
something
yeah,
called-
and I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was like proven for sure that it was him, but I definitely. I don't think I'm just making up the I correlated those two together. I think I remember when it first broke that he had priors of doing this, and he bragged about being the one that did it.
Well, 51 charges. If you're pleading guilty, considering it was one scenario that he got caught for, to plead to 51 charges from one phone call means I would assume you're doing, like, you've got a laundry list of things that you're a fucking asshole for.
Right.
100%.
So
It's a fucking dick
he
move.
was 19 at the time of the incident. Oh
He's
no,
what,
actually he was
21
20.
now?
He was 20.
Oh,
So that was a year ago.
22.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's
21,
gonna get out when he's
22.
42, whatever we'll say.
You
He'll
gotta
probably
make an
actually get out
example
earlier
out
though
of him,
too.
too,
That's
though.
what's fucked up.
Yeah, he'll serve like 9 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that enough? Is that enough? I don't think it is. I think it's bullshit. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a fan of swift justice, where it's like if you rate someone,
that
cut that guy's dick off, just fucking boom. Never, I don't know. It's
Jesus
hey, you
Christ,
killed
dude.
somebody, you die. I don't know,
That's some
or just
Right,
spend
eye
your
for
life
an
in
eye.
fucking prison. Oh, I mean,
That's
it's
some next
fucked up.
level savage shit, dude.
It's like, you
Since
Steal
this
something from
incident,
me, I
though,
chop off your
since
hand.
this guy did, I guess, one silver lining is you don't really hear about swatting that much. It was
it
all the
definitely
rage for a
was
That's
while.
true.
This one definitely kind of nipped it in the butt a little bit.
That's true.
This was all
Yeah.
over a $1.50 Call of Duty bet.
What's crazy is it wasn't even the fucking dude that he called it on. That's what
Yeah,
sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
he
not
called
saying that
it
it
on
would've
the
been
wrong
better.
address, and the
Yeah.
cops show up, and I think the guy had a firearm and was a little confused, and that's why he ended up getting shot.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate circumstance that should have never happened.
Unreal.
And this, I mean, this
Unreal.
morning, not that I wish that I hope that the other guy that he was calling it on died, but it's just like that dude literally had nothing to do with the situation. That's fucking
That's
rough.
fucked up.
Yeah, you're watching Jeopardy or something on a Friday, and
Yeah.
it's all of a sudden, you got SWAT team at your door with assault rifles.
Fuck, dude, no, no,
It's one
I'd
thing
have
that,
been-
like you said, that you're completely unbeknownst to the situation, versus kind of being in the situation where you're a live streamer playing games. The cops come. You kind of are like, oh god, I know what this is. I'm gonna fucking hands up on the ground. Hey guys, this is a mistake. I promise. Versus maybe just being completely unbeknownst to the situation and just not knowing like I said, you got people pounding on your door with assault rifles. Maybe you make a wrong aggressive move. They think that you already have a hostage and a weapon, and you walk toward them, and they're like, "Bang, You know, it's like,
Yep.
oh, like that's what they're trained
At
to
this
do.
point in life, everyone's so trigger happy anyway. Now it's just like, I mean, you're testing anyone that even has within an arm's reach a firearm, whether it be a police or a random person.
Well,
Like,
too many cops get shot, and then the cops are also like, those guys are hyper trained. You got to imagine you're sitting around for 8 months at a time as a SWAT team, and you know the duty finally calls, and you're fucking hyped up. You're like, fuck yes, like this is what we've been training for. Like hostage situation, let's fucking handle it, boys. You know, so there's like both sides of that. Like,
True.
I don't know, not good.
That's fucking scary. Yeah.
So I think all in all, 20 years, I don't think it's enough, but.
No, he can go fuck himself too.
Yeah.
That dude.
You got to make an example out of his ass.
I wonder if he's the kind of person that lose sleep over it, or if it's just like kind of like.
I hope he's scared as fuck. Like this turned into a dude not only getting murdered, but you got charged for 20 years in prison. I hope he's shitting fucking bricks right now. Just like, oh my god, what the fuck? He's like, Jimmy down the street just told me to fucking call the police on this guy. Like that's the only reason I did it. Well, he had
It's not
51
fun,
charges.
dude.
No, fuck that dude.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never been,
like,
but
it's almost like these little fuckers thought they could get away with it forever, you know? And then it's like, oh, like now something bad happened. Like, also, it's such a bad joke because I don't think your intention, even this guy in this scenario, is to ever get someone killed. But you just want to have the LOL, like, got you, you know, on the ground with assault rifles. Bet you were scared. Isn't that funny? Ha ha ha. You know, it's like that's such a bad, like,
it's too far.
No, it's crazy.
What happened to good fist fights? And just talking shit about your mom on Xbox Live. Like, I don't understand.
Do you remember back in the day, Jay? Like, especially in Halo and Toby, you probably remember this too, where it's like, how many people are like, give me your fucking address. I'll be there.
Yeah,
like,
dude. All the time.
Like that kind of bullshit.
Time.
Now you can't even play with that.
Address?
You'd be like, fine, bro. Like, I'll give you my fucking address, you know. But it's like now it's like you can't even do that because it's like, and then boom,
you're in
swat,
California. I'll fly over there, bro. I'll kick your ass.
It's like the fucking end of the Jay and Silent Bob movie. Remember when he finally like, he's like, are you? You know, he has a little piece of paper. He's like, are you like Slob Knobber 427? He's like, did you say fuck Jay and Silent Bob and their stupid asses? He's like, yeah, and he just like he's just like beating up the 14-year-old.
I know. And the best part about it was in Halo 2, it was happening mid-game. Like, you were fucking killing people.
Bring back goddamn proximity chat. God damn it.
Proximity chat, yes.
Why is that not I mean, I know why it's not a thing, but who cares? Let's Wild West it again. Please.
Streaming ruined proximity chat.
Facts,
for real. Like,
well, the problem is it has to be off by default, and even if games have it, like, it's the same thing as like people are gonna use Xbox Live parties over game chat. It's just like a thing where people are just gonna have it off, and most people are gonna turn it back on.
Well, because right now, 70% of the people you run across would just yell the N-word because they knew that you could hear it, and the chance of someone streaming while this dude run across and like yell the N-word, and just like teabag you for fucking 12 seconds.
Shit, dude.
You know, it'd just be like, oh. You'd be looking at your fucking Twitch chat, just like, please, God.
You'd be playing Rumble Pit, and you just pass this guy, and then he's like watching this porn video and some shit.
Dude, the best thing was the best thing about proximity chat too in Halo, when you killed someone, it was timed. So it would be like,
ah, and then it cut out.
It'd be like, you motherfucking pit. It is just then you just start laughing too, because like it literally had like a 4-second window where they're or like 3-second window where they're allowed to like scream at you, and then it just cut off on the dime. Funniest shit ever. It'd be like, "Are you fucking what up?" And it just cut off. They're just like, "Ha, fuck you."
I know, and they could still listen to you.
Or it'd be like your whole team, like a guy runs snipe 1, you're like set up with snipe 2, like your boy, and you hear it, and you just start fucking dying.
Yep.
I don't even think you could turn it off in Halo. I'm pretty sure in Halo 2, I don't even know if it was an option. No, I think it was. But no one used Xbox Live parties, so everyone was using in-game chat.
Yeah, it was all in-game chat.
Xbox 360 fucked everything, because then everyone was just in parties.
That and PUBG lobbies. Like, PUBG lobbies are the reason that we cannot have fucking nice things anymore. Like, you can't have proximity chat.
That plane is not good.
Just the China #1 shit alone. Like, if you just take away the derogatory stuff, the China #1.
Right.
Fuck, dude.
Well, the party chat, what made it so good that killed it too was that you could talk in between. Because in Halo, if you weren't in a lobby, like even when you got to blue screen, which was loading into the game, like you couldn't talk to your boys for like 4 seconds or 8 seconds or 10 seconds. Well, Xbox Live Party overrid that to where it's like we're not even in the same game yet, but we're talking about whatever. We're loading, I can still talk. Game's over, still talk. Halo, you had to be like game over and then wait, and then you could talk.
That was annoying.
The good old days, man. I swear. Like, we grew up in the fucking best generation. It sucks now.
Dude.
Given, and maybe
it does suck now.
Early WoW and fucking Halo 2, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
top that.
And what sucks is like maybe it's the getting old thing, It's just like I'm just looking at all the kids today. I was like, these kids don't fucking know, It's like I had to fucking take the goddamn bus and play N64, and y'all have your goddamn iPhones, and it's like it sounds like super old man or whatever, but it's still just like
I know
these fucking
kids like
suck, dude.
Well, dude, we were talking about this the other day too, and it was like it was so funny back in the day. Like if you and your friend wanted to hang out after school, like you were gonna hang out on a Friday night after you get off of school. You're in 6th grade, and it's like you had to make sure that you got your ass home. Like if your mom was like, "No, actually, we got to go to the DMV and then the grocery store," you'd be like, "Chad's gonna call me at 5:30. He's calling the house phone, and if we don't pick up, like he's not gonna fucking come over." Do you understand? Like.
Yeah.
Like the chances of like that, it was a reality back then. You could just be like, "Hey, bro, like I'm gonna shoot him a text, like, yo, I got some stuff to do real quick, like, let's do 8:30." It'd be like, cool, like, fucking ruin my weekend,
You're so right.
Like you had to call the house phone, like coordinating shit like that was like a reality that we had to deal with.
Yeah.
Or even, bro, directions like MapQuest.
Dude, you know how many fucking MapQuest printups that I've had?
MapQuest was
God's gift to people, bro. Like, there was no more east, west, right, left shit. It was just
and you had to print it out of a fucking printer and bring it with you and shit. Like, in the car.
Well, you know what's funny about MapQuest too is like you take advantage of like the blue line that you follow, and you're like, oh, the left is coming up. That shit would be like, take a right in 4.7 miles, and you better be fucking
you're just,
paying attention.
Like, is it 4.7 yet? It's just 4.5.
You had no fucking idea. In real
just every street sign.
Yeah, you're just like not Hampton. Yeah, dude.
Shit, man.
Yeah, the paper doesn't tell you like go back, take a U-turn.
That's why all our parents. Yeah, that's why all our parents fucking they always like talk for 20 minutes about the fucking directions to get anywhere, and you try to tell them, like I don't know. My parents do that shit all the time where they're like, oh, you just got to take like Nichols Road like 3 miles and then fucking make a left over here, and I'm like. Or I could just Google it, like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for real, no.
It's Siri will got your back. If you drive past it, it'll be like, "Hey, take a U-turn, dog." Like you missed it. You're like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, right.
That shit's fucking funny. But yeah, like
I didn't think about that. That's rough too. Like,
dude, that was old.
Just
old
little things
shit.
like map questing shit. Like that was our first GPS. There wasn't something out there like you said that could talk. Like you got paper, and it was just like one hand.
And that shit was 4 pages long too. By the way,
exactly.
Yep.
You're holding
At
4
least
pages.
4 pages for like a fucking 5 trip. Like
yeah,
dude, that's rough. Like, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fucking awesome. We got to grow up on all that shit. You go from like I remember original Nintendo to like Xbox Live.
Yeah, I have a computer.
I remember, Super
they
Nintendo.
didn't know could exist when I was getting my first computer.
Best console.
NBA Jam on Super Nintendo.
There's so many good. We could just list off fucking.
I was gonna say,
Streets of Rage.
Right
fucking
here.
you guys.
Dude, speaking of Streets of Rage, did you see they're coming out with a 4th one?
I did. I saw it. It looks pretty cool. The art style's neat. It looks really Streets of Rage-esque.
Yeah, people were kind of pissed off. Like I heard that there was like some.
Not like anyone's always gonna be pissed off, bro.
Yeah,
it's inevitable. It's unavoidable.
They said that they were disappointed in the soundtrack, not the gameplay, not anything else. But they were just like,
that's because that soundtrack is a fucking banger.
Yeah,
that old, like considering it was only like 8-bit audio, is retarded how good those songs are. I told you when we made the podcast, I was like, bro, Streets of Rage intro music as the fucking intro song.
Did too,
you're just like, can't do it, dude. Fucking copyright. It's like, fucking who cares?
Yeah.
That still should be the fucking. That still should be it. But
did you play that shit, Jay?
What Streets of Rage? No, I don't even know what the hell that is.
It's like a fighting game.
It's like a side scroller beat 'em up. It's like probably like the best one. It's a lot like. Do you play Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's that, but you're white gangsters.
Yeah,
We
you
Played
can.
cut
the
off
Power
shirts.
Rangers game a lot.
Dude,
Blue
the
jeans.
Power Rangers games.
Yeah, Brian and I
Mhm.
talked about that the other day.
Dude, so good. I dude,
Played that one a lot.
real shit. I'm not even making this up. I got shit faced last night while streaming, and I went to bed. And I haven't done this for a long time. I fucking put on the Power Rangers movie. I made it about 20 minutes in, and then I fucking fell asleep. From when they first morphed, I got like a little boner before I went to bed, and was just like, all right, cool. I saw it.
Fell
That
asleep
movie's
with a
still
smile on your face.
Sick, dude. I love that movie, bro. I've seen that movie.
You
a
mean the
million
old
fucking
one?
times. Yes, the Ivan Ooze movie.
Yeah, like the one that you could have got on VHS.
Yeah, with the White Ranger.
Ivan Ooze, yeah. Where they get the ninja costumes.
Dude, I was obsessed. At
I
that point when that
love
movie
that
came out,
shit.
I was fucking obsessed with.
I still have my
Power
Power Ranger,
Rangers.
like my bedspread. I kept the pillowcase. Like, just
Really.
one of them,
I had
yes,
some Power Ranger bedspread.
Dude,
I was
I-
Jason the Red Ranger for Halloween. What, 2 years in a row?
dude, I
Like-
was Jason for Halloween
Yes.
like fucking 2 Halloweens ago. I'm dead serious, bro. I have a fucking
For
picture.
real, though.
Dude, I
Where's
was
my
obsessed
phone,
with it
bro?
because he
Hold
was
on.
like the leader of the fucking
full
pack,
spandex.
and his name was Jason. I was like, that was like
That's
my
true.
idol.
It works out better for you than it does for Brian.
Nah, dude, I don't care,
Yeah, I
bro.
can definitely
I'm
understand.
dead ass diehard for it. I still love it. Jay, look at this shit, bro.
Hell yeah.
I made my buddy Anthony do it, bro. We got like those
Hell
spandex
yeah.
suits. That was
Yo,
literally like 2
Anthony's
years
got the pose down. Bro.
yeah, he does. Literally, I was like,
About to
he's
bring
like,
out its fucking dinosaurs.
I know
Like,
he even did like the fucking. You could tell his arm went like
Yeah.
this up. You know, he's like, It's
they
so-
all do that thing like every time
Yeah.
every time they're fucking doing something like, "Ooh, mighty
Yeah, no, he
Thor,"
looks like he was like Mastodon
like-
and fucking ended
Yep.
up like this. Fucking
What the
awesome.
fuck?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck, Toby, do you have much left? I just have a trailer I want to watch, but other than that, I have a question too, but
Oh,
just
me
for
too.
Jay, because
I-
it sucks that Brandon's not here for it. But do you have anything else?
I have a question I
Topic-wise?
want to ask Jay to fucking knock an argument between me
Okay,
and
well
Brian.
then, yeah,
down.
then you don't.
I
ahead.
mean, I've got other stuff.
You wanna
Yeah,
start
I mean,
Well, I'm saying, do you have?
Well-
Because I'm gonna say like winding down wise. Do you have anything else you want to tackle before?
Yes.
Okay, well let's do that
Okay.
first.
Jay, I want you to end an argument between Brian
You
and
just said yeah.
Yes.
you're-
Let's shut your fucking mouth. Do you
So don't
piss-
talk.
Listen. No, Jay. Listen. When you go take a piss, say you're in just normal street clothes, whatever you go to school or whatever in, do you pull your dick through your zipper and like your boxers, or do you go like over the fence, like pull your
You
pants
unzip
down,
your button, unzip your pants, and pull your cock out over your your grease, right?
like the little hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Thank
a
you.
fucking real man, dude.
Exactly, Toby. Dude, Toby is a fucking sociopath. So we've been having
So
this
wait,
argument.
you
You're a
take your
serial
belt off
killer.
and unzip
You're telling
your
me-
pants and everything?
You're telling me you only
He-
open up your fucking zipper of your pants?
And he pulls his dick through that weird little dick
Yes!
flap in the boxer briefs.
That's literally
That's what I'm
it's
saying,
for!
bro. He has no one that's backed him up on this yet, and I told him he's fucking
Dude.
crazy, and he keeps drilling it,
There's-
saying that
look.
we're weird.
If I'm in
we're
fucking
weird.
jeans,
Oh,
look,
we're weird.
look. If I'm
Yeah.
in jeans, I've got my belt on.
You
if
undo
for
your
any
fucking belt.
reason, yes,
Dude,
I always
bro,
wear a belt.
What's the
No,
No,
problem?
I'm
if
saying
I'm
you
in best-
undo your belt. That's
Yeah.
what
No,
I'm saying.
You have to undo your belt. That's what I'm saying. I literally unzip my pants and I grab my fucking dick through my little fucking boxer hole.
I bet
and fucking
at least
piss
47
out of it.
times in your life
I
someone
don't
has like
even
caught
use
that out of
that
their
boxer
peripherals. Exactly. Thank you. That's what I
I don't
said.
even use that shit.
I said it was maybe for breathability or something nice, a little bit of a breeze.
It's
Not so
what
you don't
it's
get musty
for.
sweat. Toby's like, no, bro, it's fucking made so you can pull your cock out of it. It's like, no, no one fucking does that.
A little bit
It's
of a breeze. just-
bullshit.
I'm just saying though, right? Like I never knew, like
It's
I've never pulled my dick out through
Never.
that. It's like it's
Never.
layers too. like,
Even
people
when I'm
don't
by
understand.
myself, if I'm like only in my boxers, like while
No.
I'm sleeping or some shit, I'll pull down my boxers and take a piss. Like,
Look, if I'm in something stretchy, of course I'm gonna pull it down over my dick. But if I have to like undo my belt, unbutton my pants, unzip my pants, and then
All right,
pull
bro.
my dick over my
Just
Never
take
mouth,
this.
pull that
Take the
move.
L, bro. Just take the L.
look,
Take
I
that.
never
have
pulled
to.
that
I
move.
have to.
I don't
I
think
have to
at
fucking
all,
concede.
even once in my
well,
life.
This will
It's
be the question.
fucking
If we get more
mind-boggling.
guests, I'll always want to ask this question, but I
Yeah.
swear to
It's a
God
good
you're
one.
wrong. You're wrong.
Good one.
Look, it's gonna have to continue episodes because I agree. Like that might be the fucking question that we have to ask the random ass guests.
You're wrong.
Because I'm fucking disappointed in the world, bro.
You're fucking wrong.
Oh my
That's
God,
weird, dude.
fucking
If I
sucks.
listen, like,
It's not.
I'm not
weird,
trying to
it's-
watch what people are doing while I piss, but you have peripheral vision. And if I notice, like, okay, one thing is to, like, in video, like, if I stand here and do this, and I'm peeing, versus if a guy's going like this, like, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
When I look over at you fucking undoing your belt and your pants, you're doing all this
That's
shit
normal.
because you have to. No, it's ridiculous.
No, that's what
you
everyone
don't even
does.
see me pull my dick out, bro. I'm like zip.
I
And
don't
it's
know,
over.
man. It's
Chris,
just
that
weird
wasn't
you're
good for
fucking-
audio wise, but
Wait,
I
you
did the
you're
motion
reaching in
quick.
there with a fucking hook? Bring
Yeah,
that
just-
thing
Yeah,
out?
dude,
Like,
it is a
that's
hook.
so
It's like
Like,
a
let
weird.
me, it's like, oh, there's the dick, like,
Yeah.
flap,
You
flap,
just get
flap,
in there
flap.
and
You're
you
gonna look
fucking-
weird as fuck. Like your fist is
Dude, y'all are
disappearing
fucking
in your
dumb.
pants.
I'm fucking. Look, I'll take the L.
Like I
on
said,
this.
You're
hold
the
that
first,
L.
bro. You're the
Hold
first
that-
I've
hold
heard
that
of
L.
doing that.
Apparently, I'm the fucking only one that does it.
This is
I need
hilarious.
fucking.
Apparently, you're a
someone-
serial killer or something.
Fucking
Dude. Some
dude,
weird
look.
shit.
Yeah, it's fucking. It sucks.
Hold that
Like I
L.
said, I expected to be the majority, to be totally honest, and it's been not great. Like,
All right,
it's-
so we're gonna
it's
finish
not
this
been
out.
great.
I want to. I just want to watch this Joker trailer, dude. This shit looks so good. And
I've seen it.
I'm gonna preface this by saying that DC always fucks up their movies, anyways, and I've been hyped on them before. But this looks so good. Joaquin Phoenix or whatever.
Walking.
Joaquin. Why did I say?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
spelled
'cause
like
you-
with a J?
It's
I'm drunk.
It's an
so
odd
there's that
spelling.
too.
Yeah. Joaquin. Yeah, that's a fucking doozy.
All right. Let me know. Let me know when
Yep,
you guys
I'm
are
queued up.
Where's the video?
I'm gonna
Did you
punch him in
post
his face. You're lucky you're in a fucking different state to me.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Come over here and punch me.
because I
bro.
will take an Uber
It-
to New York.
Dude,
I've
Alright,
had
I'm
a lot
ready.
of beers today.
Jay, by the way, what we were talking about earlier with the breathalyzers, we're gonna get breathalyzers for the podcast. We're gonna get you one too. And we're
Because
gonna fucking at
apparently
the
we
end of
just
every
drink, yeah.
podcast, we're gonna breathalyzer test ourselves and see who gets the most drunk. And we'll have some sort of
How much
punishment.
is a breathalyzer?
They're like
They're-
30
they're like
bucks. so
30
we looked
bucks
it
on
up.
Amazon.
But whoever has, we'll have to think of some sort of punishment for like the next podcast, especially if we're doing video, of like the person that has the least,
The
lowest
drunkest?
rating? yes,
Maybe
the
you have
lowest,
to sing a Lady Gaga verse.
or maybe you have to like
We're gonna
wear
have
like
to
a
bring some
certain
bottles on
costume
here.
or something, or like you'll have to do something that like we'll figure out
That's a good
something.
idea.
But
Yeah,
we're
I'm
literally
not-
gonna do a
I'm not
breathalyzer
ready
test
yet.
at the
I
end,
like
and it'll have to be some sort of like loser has to do like X scenario. We'll
That's a
figure
good
it out.
idea, actually.
But
I
that
like-
should be hilarious.
That's actually a good idea. Okay. I'm in.
No
for that.
pre-game.
Yeah,
well,
I'm down.
see,
I'm
the
down.
pre-gaming's gonna fuck it all up though.
Oh yeah, I did so much pre-gaming.
Actually, it doesn't
today.
even matter. You can pre-game all you want. We'll just figure
Yeah.
out whoever's the least drunk is just fucking loses.
Okay.
Look, you have to be able to fucking do the podcast though. Like,
Oh, for sure, yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
I
you
fucking-
just show up here like.
matter how-
"Wow."
I don't want you
Speaking
to
on
be like,
that
"Yeah, I
is
can
why
do the
this is
podcast,
why
I
we
can
missed
do
a
the
week
podcast."
because I got too fucked up last weekend. So I'll
That's
take the
why.
fucking. I'll hold
Oh
that
my
L.
god.
It was gonna be a shit show.
That's pretty much why.
Yeah.
All right. You guys
Oh,
queued
the
up?
Joker video.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm cute.
All right. So 3, 2, 1.
Arthur, does it help to have someone to talk to?
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face. She told me I had a purpose to bring laughter and joy to the world. Hey, stop them! Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Smile,
Five
though
is
your
fucking
heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by.
What?
If you smile to your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you But life is still worthwhile. If you
What's so funny?
just
Freak!
Gotham's lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy.
Got De
Now
Niro.
I
in this
realize
one.
it's a comedy.
It looks so sick. It's like the perfect blend between like cartoon and like
you just
reality, I guess. You know what I mean? Like if he was drawn, it's like hard to make that like. I guess
It's weird.
they didn't
I'm
go
not
like
gonna lie.
hyper realism.
I think it's just weird because Heath Ledger's Joker was so fucking good.
I
that
think
he has such a high. He has such a high road he has to climb to get to that level already.
And just the way that it looks, because like I don't know how much I like the like they did the blue triangles under his eyes.
Yeah,
and
I
like
don't
above
like
his
that.
eyes and stuff. Like it just doesn't seem like the Joker thing to do, you know? And maybe it's
What
because,
they-
like you said, Heath Ledger's is so iconic.
It's just like
So
well, they didn't go
iconic.
like hyper realism with it. They went like
Yeah.
if a man was delusional and was doing his own makeup, like this it wouldn't look perfectly smeared with like all this like hyper horrific like kind of horror movie type of makeup. It's just like yeah, that's how he would draw it on himself. He wanted to wake up and be a clown that day.
Yeah, he's
You know
just
what I
like a
mean?
different kind of clown. Like it would be one thing if he was just doing
He
his
looks like a
own version of
Joker.
a
I'm like
clown.
a fucking
He-
like a cartoon.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
if you look at like a Joker on a card, he might have that side. Again, I think I'm biased because I'm just thinking about the Heath Ledger Joker.
I mean, Dark
Mhm.
Knight was fucking amazing. I don't know. You
That
could argue
fucking
that's still
Joker,
like
man.
the fucking that Batman. Like those first three are for sure up there in superhero movies. That being said, DC has dropped the ball time and time. I've not seen Aquaman though, and I've heard that's great. But they have dropped the ball time. I didn't even really like Wonder Woman that much. Also, kind of gets revered, I guess, a bit. But
Yeah, I haven't seen
Suicide Squad, I
haven't
heard was
seen that.
bad. Wonder Woman's okay, but the problem is she's too not vulnerable, I guess, as like a character.
No,
Does that
she's
make
super
sense?
hot
Like-
in beast mode.
Well, and she just never like. You feel like that whole movie, she never really has a conflict of like being in trouble or like actually gonna get beat.
Oh, really?
I don't know. She's like too strong, I guess. It's like one of the. I don't know. But anyways, that movie looks fucking cool. I just want to end with that.
It does. I definitely want to see it anyway. But
Next week is Game of Thrones, so I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about it. Especially if we have a guest that wants to talk about it. So you guys better catch up, fucking, or get off early, or plug your
How
ears.
much
I
have
don't
you
know.
seen, Jay?
I've seen a lot. I just
Okay,
haven't
I've-
seen every episode of every season.
I got to
Have
the
you seen
Red
the
Wedding,
Yeah.
and
I saw
oh,
all
okay.
season 7. Like
Okay.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I got to the
Dude.
Red Wedding and haven't watched an episode.
Dude, he got to like the best
season
part,
7
and then
is
didn't want to watch it.
fucking insane.
It's been
Yeah, I got a
it's been
lot of
rough
juicy
ride.
predictions. Like I said, I wish our friend would have been on, but
Whatever the episode is that they're like they go to the north and they're fighting the White
If you
Walkers.
spoiler alert
like-
me, motherfucker, right now, I swear
all
to
right,
God.
sorry. Yeah, okay, my bad.
he's not gonna watch it. Fuck him. He had all the chances. What were you gonna say?
It's probably true.
It's one of the episodes in season 7. Like, just watch that one, and that'll make you want to watch the rest of the whole fucking thing. After
Of course it
seeing that
fucking
one.
will, because all this shit's happening, bro. I've already watched the.
Where he gets
Amazing
mauled.
show.
I'll
by
tell
the
you
bear.
right now.
It hurt my
Fucking
heart.
so so in season 7, the fucking they get one of the dragons. The White Walker does.
Yes, that
And
one.
then, so now there's only 2 left on their side, and then you find out that Jon Snow he's actually Targaryen, and then, so now there's basically 2 versus 1 dragons, and they broke down the wall. So it's like, that's basically how it ends, and now it's like, let's
God damn it! I fucking hate all of you.
happen.
It's just like, oh, it's fun. He's never gonna watch. Well,
Yeah,
now
you were
I'm
gonna
not
watch it. Now you're caught
fucking
up, so
watch
now
it.
you can watch the new one.
It's bullshit. Jon Snow's fucking Targaryen.
Yeah.
I got so many more questions. It's bullshit. There's like
All right.
4 seasons between what you just told me and what I've seen.
Yeah.
Anyways, these fucking spoiler alerts.
Yeah, I'm good on
Think we're
that. We're gonna go back to regular scheduled programming.
Yeah.
We'll do next Sunday for sure. I want to get a guest. I want to try
One
4
day
people
for you
for
audio
sure.
people.
Twitch wasn't up this week, so I'm gonna try to fix that. But make sure if you're listening audio, we upload to YouTube every week, so you can see the videos that we're watching.
So what? YouTube/Resident Sleeper podcast, just straight through.
It should be. I don't know if it's gonna show up yet because we don't have enough followers. But if you just search Resident Sleeper podcast number and then correlating number for what you're watching, then it'll pop. I don't think you get an official tag until you have a certain. You're not allowed to change like your custom URL until you have a certain amount of subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
So-
kind of stupid.
Yeah, but if you just search
Yeah,
in
that's
YouTube Resident Sleeper podcast #9, then you'll find the video, and any of our past videos go same way. It'll be the first thing that pops up.
Yeah. And we'll get the Twitch thing figured out this week because that's been a super pain in the ass because we've done it before.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, follow us
Not
on
a dick
Twitter.
move.
We don't have Resident Sleeper podcast on Twitter. Our Twitter is
It's
Resident
like
Sleeper
Sleeper
Pod.
Pod, I think.
We're trying to get these on Twitch. Something happened this week with my computer. I can't figure out why I'm not able to stream these, but if you give us a follow at twitch.tv/Resident Sleeper Podcast, that'd be awesome too. We'll stream these live on Sunday,
Yeah.
hopefully around 6 o'clock Mountain Standard.
Yeah, I think it's GMT. I don't know. We're in Denver, so
What's
look it up.
Mountain Standard?
So look it up.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, yeah. I mean, number 10 next week. We'll try to do something
Yeah.
cool. Like I said, we're gonna do it for person.
And with saying that, we really, I mean, for anybody that's listening, we're looking for like anybody that's done any kind of, like pro gaming or any competitive gaming.
Content
In
creating
general?
in general. I mean, if you want to come on
Yeah.
and bullshit,
We
like
just kind of want to see like on a,
I want to see the dynamic of 4 people. We definitely want to pushing forward, get this into like a us 3 and a guest type of.
yeah,
Scenario.
we definitely want to have a guest. Whether it be a streamer,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
YouTuber.
Yeah, just someone that we kind of dissect their brain for a couple minutes, and we'll just talk about the same shit we talk about like this.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
And of course, how much money you make. Psych. But anyways, this will be the Resident Sleeper podcast, boys and girls. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Blah, blah.